British American Tobacco make over 700 million per year. Philip Morris just under 400 million. Imperial Tobacco approx 500 million. That's 1.6 billion in Australia alone. If Cluster Syndicate takes 10% of the market, we will be making 160 million per year. 100% will be invested into shares. 80% will go towards the causes soon to be mentioned. The remaining 20% will be given to Cluster Syndicate's crowdfunding site. You can just ask us for money for whatever reason, and we may give it to you for nothing. We make no money from selling cigarettes. From the dividends, 50% will be reinvested, and 50% paid out to the causes. This will make the trust grow quicker and increase the payouts to the causes by huge amounts. The Margot brand, named after Margot Robbie, will set up soup kitchens in Australia. A normal franchise to set up for a soup is approx 1 million. We will do this, plus each store we will allocate $5 million in shares. The dividends of this will pay the wages, electricity, food, and all other costs. 100% of profits, if any, will be paid into the trust. Cluster Syndicate never take an income from. We will feed the homeless in Australia. We will offer discounted food to low-income earners and the Horde. We will give our leftover food away for free. Every meal served will pay for a meal for a famine sufferer overseas. Every drink purchased will provide water to someone in need overseas. Did you know? A ton of rice is under $2,000. Brand name Unions United will support the dividends from the trust will pay for members who are on strike, unemployed, and the injured. It will also pay for legal fees opposing new laws. We will request in future every member to join the Horde, which is 100% free. The bigger Cluster Syndicate gets, the more benefits the member gets. All we ask is for members to help the world and listen to our suggestions for political votes. The Ally brand, named after Australian musician and celebrity Ally Simpson, will support mental illness. To begin, the dividends will be used to pay for treatment, including therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists. Once the dividends yield enough, we will set up free counseling around Australia. Again, the same principle will apply. We will buy an office, put $5 million in a trust, and the dividends will pay to train employees, employee wages, insurance, electricity, etc. If this brand goes bananas, we will build mental health treatment hospitals and drug and alcohol rehabilitation services. Yes, all our counseling and therapy services provide treatment for nicotine addiction. Yes, we support quitting smoking. The government should not raise taxes again on tobacco. It should treat the problem. It's just making a more profitable market of illegal tobacco, making criminals money, and the cigarettes more dangerous. The brand Jade will support your rights. The Jade brand, named after Australian musician and absolute bombshell Samantha Jade, will fund fighting the legislation that imposes on our right. It will also push for Australia to implement a Bill of Rights. We don't have a Bill of Rights in this country. Do you know what your legal rights are? Even the government and government bodies debate on what is and isn't our basic rights. Is driving a car your right? No, it's not. This trust will also heavily contribute to political donations. We will lobby to increase wages, fight laws such as the lockout laws, and many laws which take away our rights, especially workplace rights. Not guilty, named by Larry and Mark Benstead, and self-confessed lunatic, will defend the accused. Mark himself has a long criminal history. Coming from a well-off family, he has been fortunate to always have the best of the best in terms of lawyers, doctors, and other professional services. Mark is pretty much rehabilitated and believes his offending is over. He wants to keep as many people out of prison as he can. If you are a career criminal, you will love this brand. However, our help will come with terms and conditions. If your alleged offense was drug-related, guess who is going to rehab? You are. If your offending was due to mental health issues, guess who has to be medication compliant and seek treatment? Yes, you. Our aim is to replace probation and parole in many years to come. You will need to report to us like you do them. But we will have the best lawyers represent you. The best doctors explaining why the offending was not your fault. We will do all we can to get you off. But we want to make sure you are not a repeat customer. We will also in future work with jails improving conditions by funding video games, computers, books, more courses, and educational programs. Now Mark Binstead is a madman. But is mad bad? Only a madman who could be worth over $1 billion in the next 10 years will give it all away to help people who don't even like him. He does think tobacco is an evil industry. He sees this as the only way to better the world. He literally wants to change the world. Pretty much every company is driven by profits. All they care about is money. What happened to the human race? Isn't it better to help people than drive around in a BMW because you have a small doodle? Our people like this just egomaniacs, so we want people to see how much money we have. Mark is also starting a, well, union club. It's called the Horde. He hopes you join it when it launches. You will have many benefits. All we ask is to listen to our views. You don't have to. All we ask is you listen. We want you to join the Horde. All celebrities have been notified directly or through their manager that Mark is naming cigarettes out to them. None will receive any profits though sale of goods, endorsement or any other way. None of them encourage smoking cigarettes. Mark has asked for permission either. He told them bluntly that he is doing it with their approval or not. They can sue him if they want. He hopes before it goes to that matters can be resolved through a discussion, maybe in the Maldives. Fly there first class and share the deluxe suite. All expenses paid. He thinks Margot, Samantha and Leah are all smoking. Hot.